Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy King Bean. How y'all doing tonight? How's everybody doing tonight? Did you guys miss me? Did you miss me? I ain't gonna front. I missed you guys. I did. I took a week off last week, 4th of July. A whole bunch of other stuff was going on. And you know, so I took a week off. Took a week off. Took a little break. Took a little hiatus. You know what I mean? Hiatus. Hi haters. So before we get into it, let me go ahead and get my little introduction going off, baby. Welcome back to another show. Hold on, I forgot. It's your boy King Bean, and welcome back to another show, another brand new episode. And yo, this is another podcast. I don't forgot what number it's on. I even butchered the intro, but that's okay. But I'm glad you're here. If you're watching on the rebroadcast, I appreciate that too. So I hope everybody's been doing well. I hope everybody's been having a great time. And I've been having a so-so occasion. But a couple of things what I'm going to talk about in the first part. I'm going to talk about Nioh. There's nothing really going in the game in the industry. So other than the same old crossplay, blah blah blah, Fortnite, blah blah blah. But I'm going to talk about this game Nioh. I didn't play it last year, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm gonna go into reasons why I enjoy it, and I'm having a blast with it. And I'm also, in the second part of this podcast, I'm going to be talking about myself. Now, normally I don't like talking about myself too much, other than saying that I'm the greatest person in the whole wide universe that has ever been created. And you know that's a joke. I'm just joking. But I kind of want to let you guys know what's going on with me and my kidney situation right now. So it's kind of a sensitive subject. It's kind of a sensitive time. I mean, it is what it is. It's life. It's real life. It's real life. And I'm going to touch on that, what I've been going through these past, I don't know, couple months, maybe the past couple of weeks. I may not go back that far, but I am going to touch on that and to tell you how my life has changed over the past few months. So, without further ado, to the greatest people in the world who always come in and watch on the rebroadcast. Never catch me live, but one day y'all gonna catch me live. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this Nioh. Now, I went and bought Nioh. The reason why I went and bought Nioh wasn't because, I mean, it was heralded game. It was a hype game. It was never something on my radar. I don't like Dark Souls. I hated Dark Souls. I hated Dark Souls 1, 2, 3. I only played 3 though. And why I hate 1 and 2? Because it just looked hard. I played 3. It was like, yo, this ain't me when a skinny samurai was just taking me out 1 or 2 hits. Smash, you know what I'm talking about. If you guys got there in the early part of the game, after you get past that first boss in the game and you go up these stairs, there's a samurai that's sitting up there he has no clothes on and he basically take you out with 2 hits. I hated that game. I hated the controls of the game. Hated it. So I didn't think I would like Nioh because I played the beta. Wasn't feeling the beta. It's like, another Dark Souls, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to play that. So I saw my man Work Birdie. Shout out to Work Birdie, man. If you not subscribed to Work Birdie channel, if you follow me, go to Work Birdie channel on YouTube and go follow that dude. The dude's crazy, funny. He uploads sporadically, but he's funny. I like catching him on the rebroadcast and stuff like that. It's best when I catch him live. You know, catching him live is always cool, man, because he has some of the craziest stuff. Sometimes I don't know what he does with his visuals, but it's ridiculous sometimes. Then other times he's just cool. He's just a cool brother, man. He's a cool brother. So shout out to Work Birdie. Go sub to Work Birdie channel. And another channel you need to sub to is Mr. Coleon. And Mr. Coleon, if you listen to this, stop changing your goddamn name on Twitter. You change your name every week, man. I was trying to send you a message and I couldn't find you, dog. I couldn't find you at all. That's a smart brother there too. Stop changing your name though, and go support him on Twitch. He's a small streamer. Go support this man on Twitch. So anyway, back to Nioh. I saw Work Birdie playing Nioh last year, and he was getting that work done to him. I'm throwing you on the bus, Work Birdie, but it was some samurai in this grassy field. I saw that, but other time I saw him getting busy on Nioh. He was, man, Work Birdie was killing it on Nioh, and he went back and he replayed it again this year. He was playing some of it this year, and I saw it, and I said, man, I need to try this game because I keep seeing what Brody try. I'm gonna try it because he seemed like to have fun with it. I said I just hope it's on sale. I don't want to spend whole to pay full price for it. It's been out a year now. So what I did was I saw it on sale right now. I think it's through the 17th through on the PlayStation Store. It's $17.99, and I got the $24.99 edition. That's with all the DLC. So I got it, and to be honest with you, I've been playing it, and I can't stop playing it. I've died probably 125 times. That's not even an exaggeration. You know what I mean? For real. But it's never been. I never felt some parts when I died. I thought it was cheap. Thought the game was cheap. Just like when I just beat Nioh Enema, or whatever that name is. I just uploaded that video. Make sure you go watch that video. Go like it. Go share it. But I uploaded that video just to show you I finally beat it. It took me about 3 days to beat that chick. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was calling all kinds of bad female names that I shouldn't be saying now, especially now in the Me Too movement. So sorry to you females, but she was giving me that work. And I finally beat her today. I finally beat her. Finally, I just made my mind up. I said, if other people can beat her, I know I can beat her. And I finally beat her. So I put the video up. Yes, it was offline. It wasn't live. You saw me rage. If you watched my live stream, I rage quit last night because I was frustrated. I ain't gonna even front. But playing that game is so much fun. But I like the aesthetic. I've always been a Team Ninja guy, and I always loved Ninja Gaiden. And the game's not the same. I really wish they would do a remaster of Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2 that came out on 360 and the PlayStation, because I would get it. That was one of my favorite games of all time. Of all time. So playing this game kind of feels like that, but it's different. Run up against the enemy, different enemy types is different, but you learn. It's almost like most of the time when you die, it's because of a mistake that you made or some mechanic that you haven't learned yet. From the different stances, from high stance, medium stance, low stance, what kind of skills you can get. It is almost like, honestly, studying this stuff is almost like having a crash course and going. If you've been to college, you understand what I'm saying. And I have been watching tutorials and learning stuff. I still don't have a grasp on everything of the RPG elements, but I'm learning by watching other people's videos, not just the fighting tutorials, but also the item management and things of that nature. So I'm learning how to get rid of some of this items. I like the loot drop, but I don't like the loot drop. It's a mixed bag because it gets carrying too much stuff, and it's convoluted. It's very convoluted. I wish there was a way to streamline it, like, okay, better sorting, or you don't have to. But some of the army, you should get rid of. Some of them you shouldn't. But I guess that just takes time over item management and learning all these different skills. Now it's a game that I'm playing so far that I think you really have to pay attention to at all times. If you play the Dark Souls game, you know that it's death right around the corner. Any kind of in the environment, or if you take your enemy lightly, you could die in 2 hits. And I'm learning that. Well, I wouldn't say I learned that, but I know that. But there's some games, like, let's say if I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn, I can kind of not really pay attention and still complete my mission. Here, this game is devoted. You have to have your 100% devotion to this game. You have to pay attention at all times. And it's like, wow, you really have to be immersed in this game. And I like it and I don't like it at the same time. I kind of want it just to be a video game, but when it's going good and when you're fighting one-on-one battles, that's where the beauty lies in, was one-on-one battle. Excuse me. Sorry about the yawn. It lies in the one-on-one battles. That's why I find the most fun in this game, the beauty in this game. It's almost like it's almost like Street Fighter in a sense, when you get more than one enemy on stage or in the stage, or that you're fighting on, then you have a problem. That's when you have issues there. And the AI can get some cheap shots on you, and the key management and a whole bunch of stuff, man. It's sometimes better to run away from a fight than it is to fight. It's better to pick them off one by one, that I'm learning. But it is really, really fun. But I'm early on in the game. Like I said, I finally beat Nioh Enema. I think that's her name. I shouldn't know her name. But she was a very cheap and powerful boss. And I think I had to build up paralysis, because that paralysis was getting me all the time. So it's just one of those things. It's just one of those things. I I really am enjoying this game. I want to sit and put a lot of hours in it and play it and play it. And I can't wait to get to the next challenge, which I can't wait to get back on and play it. But I stopped playing it because I want to come on here and talk to you guys. You know, you guys are awesome, man. You guys are amazing. So I want to talk to you guys about that. But Nioh is a game. If it's not in your collection, if you got a PlayStation, I think this should be in your collection. This should be one of your games that you should at least try once. And especially now since it's on sale for $17.99 on the PlayStation Store, be a good time to add something to your collection during the slow time of the summer. And you know, not that many games out. You got bigger games that are coming out in September. So you know September, Madden, all them guys come out. So that's when we're gonna start getting into the newer games. So playing Neo right now is a good distraction for you guys. But understand this: this game is hard. It is extremely, extremely hard. Sorry about that. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Man, it's nuts. But this game is extremely, extremely hard, but it's extremely rewarding, and you feel better as a gamer once you play it, honestly. Or you might do like me, like I'm play with Dark Souls, pick it up, play it a little bit. Nah, I'm not playing it. Now the story ain't something to write home to mama. I guess it's functional. I don't know what the heck going on. All I know, I'm playing as an English guy who's in, I guess it's feudal Japan. Forgive me if I got the wrong time period. And basically, I said I get swords, spears, axes, rifles, bow and arrows, all kinds of stuff, smoke bomb, ninjutsu, weakness spells, fire spells, talismans, all this other stuff. I don't know. But all I know is this is that I'm having a lot of fun playing Neo. And I think this is one of those games that should be in your library, one of those games you should play, especially if you own a PlayStation. It's a great time to be a gamer right now, man. Especially you might be in these different camps. You might be an Xbox fanboy, Smasher. Yeah, I'm throwing shots at you, Smasher, but you know you my man. Xbox, might be in the Xbox fan camp, but man, it's a great time if you're a PlayStation fan. Word up. They got some gems on this console, man. Listen, there's some gems on this console, and I am enjoying it. I couldn't play them all at one time, but man, listen here, I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. So now, oh, what's up, work buddy? How you doing, man? I'm glad you stopped by. I'm glad you stopped by. Shout out to my man, work buddy. Like I said, if you're catching this on the rebroadcast, go sub to this man channel. This man is an outstanding guy, man. You have all kinds of games up there. He talk about all kinds of stuff, and you never know how he's feeling that day. He may have the weird, I can't even say using the green screen with his face on there, and it's just look, you gotta go see it, man. You just gotta go see it. It's hilarious. It is hilarious. So now, like I said, I'm gonna get into me. Now, I know, again, I really, if you know me, I know you guys don't really know me personally like this, but most of people know. So I don't like talking about myself that much, even though I seem like I'm braggadocious type of dude. Now, I think highly of myself. Don't get me wrong. Do I think I'm handsome? Yes. Do I think I'm cute? Of course I do. Of course I do. I am a narcissistic, what's that? Confident type of guy, I guess. I conceited type of guy. You know what I mean? I'm arrogant to a certain point, not too bad. But as if you follow my journey, I put up a video back in February when I had found out that I'm in renal failure and I had to go on dialysis. So I've been doing dialysis like 3 times a week. So I go do those 3 times a week, and some days it's good. You know, some days aren't bad. Most of the time, right now, when I'm down in my dry weight and I don't gain too much weight, those days when I go to do treatment, it's not bad. I mean, I come home, I'm tired, I take a nap, boom, I'm usually still up, functioning, running around. I'm fortunate because I've seen the people who are in that facility where I go at. I've seen them. There's some people on oxygen, some people in wheelchairs, some people come in on stretches. It's I got it bad, but somebody got it worse than me, you know? And it's been a hard thing for me to deal with. I'm not going to lie to you because a lot of things have happened to me with my friends, some of my friends and family. Now, some of I want to say so much. Some people who I thought were my friends, they done disappeared, which I expect them to disappear. But there's some people in my family who actually disappeared from me, which really hurt my feelings. I'm sorry, it did. It made me cry. I cried a lot. I cried. I ain't gonna sit here and not tell you guys the truth. Dealing with this disease and dealing with the what I'm going through is very, very hard. It's very hard. And there's nights when I would get up in the middle of the night and just be bawling by myself in the dark, sitting up here just in the dark, no TV, no music, no nothing. So it's because I just don't understand why they walked away. I got somebody who I was helped taken care of, and I don't. I mean, I haven't seen him in 7 months, and I got somebody else who I used to be super cool with. I've he's called me 3 times since January. Every time I call, I've called him at least 4 or 5 times. And every time I call, I always try to make it seem like, hey, guy, blah, blah, blah. I make jokes about what's going on with me, try to break the ice, I guess. So you could feel comfortable. If you wasn't comfortable talking to me, now you can be comfortable talking to me about stuff, because if it wasn't for the nurses and the techs that I had at the facility I go to, I would go crazy. I would go insane, not only with grief and anger, and I'm already upset that I'm going through this at such a young age, and it's due to this stupid ass diabetes. I hate diabetes. Gotta hate diabetes. Diabetes suck. So talking to them, they've been like my counselors. So I've experienced depression for the first time. Not that fake depression that DSP was feeling. Not that fake stuff that he's doing. Which I don't, I'm gonna throw a little bit of hate out there. I am, because I don't understand why people support this man. This man seems like a liar. I'm not. I get it if you're not supporting me. I get that, but the people who support DSP by giving this man money for him lying and treating his people like crap, I don't understand it. I would never get it. I don't understand the human psyche on that. So, anyway, back to me. So I'm going do my treatment like I normally do, and it's been hard. I mean, it's easy to get along with, but I had to make some other changes in my life. Now, I've been at my job for 15 and a half years, been a center manager for 15 years, easy. And so I had to step down from my position, which was hard, which was really, really hard. It was harder than I thought it was going to be. I said, you never go out like you think you're going to go out. You never do. It's just like, if you don't believe me, I'm gonna use an example because I'm a big sports guy and I'm a Los Angeles Lakers fan. Woo, go Lakers, LA, baby. Now, I've been a Lakers fan before LeBron got there. I've been a Lakers fan since the 1980s. Okay. So Showtime Lakers, Magic, the 5 championships that he got. That's who I've been. I've been a Lakers fan, been riding the Lakers from the time they were really good in the 80s to the time they sucked in the 90s when they had Shaq, Eldon Campbell. See, people forget about Eldon Campbell. Nick Van Exel. You know what I'm saying? They had Dick Van Exel, Eddie Jones. I remember my cousin said Eddie Jones was better than Kobe when Kobe was in his second year in the league. And people forget Kobe wasn't great the whole time playing. Kobe went like 0 for 19 in his first. I remember when he shot that. I remember he was terrible when he first got over to the Lakers. Then Kobe turned into the Kobe that we all know and love to today. So I've been a Lakers fan for a long time. So I mean, I love the Lakers. I love the Lakers. I lost my train of thought what I was saying, to be honest. But yeah, I really just lost my train of thought. But I've been a Lakers fan for a long time. So I love the Lakers. But we'll get back to that later, bro. Going through this stuff again with my kidneys. I'm sorry if everything's all jumbled. I really did lose my train of thought just then. So I've been going through this for the past couple months and doing my treatment. Sorry if I'm repeating everything again. And mainly I've been doing it by myself. Now, that's not to not give credit to the people who've been there. So these people, but one particular person named this woman named Jenny, who is my Smasher's mom. Okay. Been friends with Jenny since we've been in high school, whatever, long time, middle school, somewhere along the way. And she's been there keeping me sane by talking to me every day. I've had a woman named Janie in the beginning who was there for me. She spent 3 days up in the hospital with me. Um, and then my children's mother, my kid's mother, Wandre, she's been right there for me. Heck, I was just over her crib the other day. She gave me some toilet paper and gave me some cleaning supplies and some stuff so I could wash my clothes. Oh, I know where I'm at. I was back at my job. So while I'm saying that, you don't go out like you want to, because look at Kobe when he retired. He had one great game that last time. He never didn't go out like he really wanted to. Michael Jordan didn't retire with the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? Larry Bird went out off a back injury. Very few players, very few players ever go out like they want to go out. And so I wanted to go out in a blaze of glory. Like I wanted to be able to either hit the lottery or get a better job and just go off on the customers and tell them to take this job and shove it. But I wasn't it. So this past Saturday was such a bittersweet moment for me, Pat. This past Saturday was the last day I worked in my center. Now, mind you, I am still working, but I only can work part-time because of what's going on with me. Now, I've been in that store since 2006 when it first opened. I mean, when that store first opened, I helped put the stuff in the store. You understand? So my name is all over that building, all over those filing cabinets, the fax machine, the printer, everything from the back office to everything. So many great memories was there. So I was okay until it was time for me to walk out the door. And when I walked out the door, the tears started flowing. And I said to myself, you being a punk. But then I said, nah, you had a lot of great memories here. I worked with a lot of great people over my lifetime at that job, at that center. And it hurts. Even though those people weren't there, I was basically around new people. It still hurts because I know the good memories and the friendships and the thing that the time that I made with the people I made and my customers. I genuinely love my customers. I got tired of seeing them, but I genuinely love my customers. My customers are good people. I always would defend my customers, even to my boss, even though they may have crapped on me. But you never go out like you think you're going to go out. You just never do. Very few of them go out like they want to go out. My favorite all-time NFL player. You guys know that I'm a Jacksonville Jaguar fan, but my favorite all-time NFL player was Walter Payton. I love Walter Payton. I was a Bears fan before I was a Jags fan because Jacksonville didn't have a team. And I want to say it was 1988 because that's when Neil Armstrong, the guy who was running back from the University of Florida, took over most of the duties of running the football for Walter Payton in Chicago. Neil Anderson, that's his name. Yep. So Walter Payton's last game was at Washington, D.C. when Washington won the Super Bowl that season in 87. So 87 and 88. Well, the 87 and Walter Payton was sitting on the bench by himself after the game was over. It was cold as all get out. And it was just the smoke was coming off his head and everything. He sat by himself with his head down. And just like he wasn't crying anything, just stoic, and he just sat there. And I remember the camera focusing in on him and sitting there looking at and saying how great this guy was. And he wanted to just be by himself, just taking it all in. He knew this was it. This was the end for him. That was his last game he ever played in the NFL. And although my story at that center did not end that way, but I felt that way. I understand how he felt. It's the same feeling I had when my senior year when I played basketball. And I remember that last game. And I had fouled out the whole season. And I fouled out that last game, not because I was fouled. I got a lot of ticky-tack fouls. And I was just like, are you kidding me? But the last foul I committed was the last foul. It was a real foul. But we were in the game. It was about 2 minutes left to play in the game, and we were down. The guy would have scored a layup. It's one of those things where we had a no layup rule, and I knew I couldn't let him score. Well, at least make him earn it from the free throw line. And I remember that I sat there when I made that sixth foul. I knew the fifth foul. I knew it was the fifth foul. And I dropped my head. I shook everybody's hand just like LeBron did. I shook my teammates' hand and because we're playing against this school called Episcopal. Actually, that's where Mark Brunell, former Jaguars quarterback, is coaching out there at Episcopal. So if you're in Jacksonville, you know where Episcopal is. And I shook everybody's hand, and I went and shook our opponent's hands. We was at our home court, and I remember looking up in the stands, and I was getting a standing ovation when people realized this was it, and this was my last home game. And I remember I ran up to Coach Green, and I hugged Coach Green. I said, "I'm sorry, I let you down, Coach." He said, "It's all right, Greg." And I remember I just started bawling. I was done. I was done. And Coach Green, I remember we got after the game, he was telling me, like, you didn't let me down. I said I wanted to win so bad. I wanted to win for us, and I wanted to win for you, Coach. But it didn't happen. But I was one of the saddest times I had in my life because I knew it was over. And correlating that to my job, even though I'm still going to be working part-time, I'm mainly going to be floating around now. Thankfully, hopefully, as long as they keep me from my boss, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of felt like that. I felt like, it's the end of an era. It's the end of an era. I did the best I could at that job. I did the best I could by my customers. I tried to treat everybody fair. I wasn't fair all the time. I wasn't nice to everybody all the time. But I did the best I could. But for the most part, I tried to treat everybody fair. I tried to treat everybody the same way. No matter, I don't care if you made 90 to 100,000 a year to 13,000 a year. It didn't matter to me. You got the same rules and you got treated the same no matter what. So I didn't care about that. But I hope the people did respect that I did that for them. So and the people I worked with over the years were fantastic. And those memories will always remain. I'm talking to y'all like I'm talking talking to my people at work. And I know they don't watch this, though, but it really did mean something. Although I hated that job, I did love that job because that job afforded me a lot of stuff. A lot of things I was able to buy, a lot of things I was able to do. Because of that job, I was able to really party and BS a lot. I used to buy some of the flyest clothes Timberlands on the feet, Fat Form, Pele, Tommy Hill with them jeans or the shirts, the polo shirts, the jabos and all that. Fat Form, Sean John, that's when all that stuff was popping. Leather coats. I could be fresh to death. Nikes on my feet, J's, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shirt, ties. Got a whole wardrobe of suits, navy blue to this loud blue pimp color suit. Even though I hated that suit. Charcoal gray, all kinds of stuff. My dress game was tight, man. I was kind of fly little brother. I ain't gonna front on you. So loved and hated that job. So fast forwarding till today. So today I went down to the Mayo Clinic. Now today was an odd day. So I'm down in the Mayo Clinic. Right now I'm going through the testing to see if I qualify to even get on a transplant list. Although they're really encouraging getting a living donor. That's the hardest part. I got to find one of those. But I really don't want to go too hard until I know that I'm a candidate at least for transplant. So the day, let me tell you how my day started off. This was so crazy, right? So I get up in the morning. I made sure they told me to be there at 9 a.m. So I got up and I got dressed. I got up probably about 6 o'clock. Got dressed, showered up, got dressed, left out the house at 7 o'clock. I said, "Ooh, I got plenty of time. I ain't gonna BS around. I'm gonna go ahead and get over here to the south side because where they told me the Mayo Clinic was out at St. Vincent's on the south side." So I get up, I'm driving, and normally everything was smooth up until I got to downtown Jacksonville. Normally, when I get to downtown Duval County in Jacksonville, there's no traffic. It's basic. It's traffic there, but there's nobody's backed up. Today it was backed up, and I'm like, "Yo, you gotta be kidding me!" So because I looked on 95 at first, and it was backed up. So I said, "Good, go through downtown. It's gonna be a longer ride, but it's less traffic. I don't have to deal with the traffic and deal with the bumper to bumper stuff. So then I go through downtown. I finally get up to the Main Street Bridge, go down into the Main Street Bridge, go across the Main Street Bridge, and I say, you know what? I'll go through Riverside, take Phillips, and go on down to University. Then boom, I could take the backside to get to St. Vincent's. So when I got there, so when I did my plan and everything went pretty well, but when I got down to St. Vincent's and I got over there, somebody from out of state, well, we can tell when people out of state, they don't realize you can turn right on red and all this other stuff. But when I finally go to St. Vincent, I had some car that was in front of me, didn't pull all the way up to the light. Because if you don't pull all the way to the light, there's no the light can't see the sensor. It can't censor your car to know, hey, well, this light needs to turn green. Person here was from Oregon out west. They backed so far off the line, it was ridiculous. So we had to sit through 2 or 3 light cycles till they finally moved up. I was trying to be patient and say, hey, look, you need to move up. So when they finally moved up, they just did a U-turn. I was like, well, damn, you could have done a U-turn. There's no traffic coming. You could have done a U-turn. So anyway, so I finally get up there, I get to St. Vincent's. I'm right there. I'm all excited. I'm ready to go see what this is going to be like. So I get to St. Vincent's, and I was like, I'm confused. I don't know where I'm at. Is this the Mayo Clinic? And they were like, no, this ain't the Mayo Clinic. We do have a Mayo wing for the heart part. I said, this is not where I'm supposed to be. That's like, so where is it? Oh, you got to go down to San Pablo. Now, I know you guys don't know this area, but San Pablo, from where I was at, basically by JTB in Belfort. So going from there to San Pablo is basically going out to Ponte Vedra Beach. I know you heard about Ponte Vedra. Ponte Vedra is where the TPC is, all that, where they have that TPC sawgrass and all that. I used to go over that way all the time because we used to go to the clubs out there at the beaches. And so I'm late to my appointment now. So I thought they was going to kick me out when I got there. So I finally get there and had to go on this campus. It's a beautiful campus for the Mayo Clinic. And so I finally get there and I'm about 30 minutes late. I still was able to register. It was cool. Talked to the doctors. They went over everything. They went over the process of how they qualify people and what we're going to be doing in the next couple of days for the rest of this month. And it was a pretty good experience. It's just a long ass drive. So I got to be there Thursday, like super early in the morning. And y'all don't know me. I don't like getting up early in the morning. I really don't. I do not anything before about 7, 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. I hate getting up that anytime, anything earlier than that. So, but I got to do what I got to do. So hopefully, I'm qualified for it. Doesn't mean I'll get one immediately, but at least I know that there's a chance for me, for my survival. I hate talking in terms like that because I don't like talking about death. I really don't. But I've been kind of shook these past 18 months, to be honest with you. As I stated before, my beautiful and wonderful cousin, Danielle. Love Danielle. Danielle was a beautiful woman. She died from breast cancer on April 14th. Now, her birthday is April 18th. Mine is April 11th. She's born a week and a day after me, and she died. She didn't make it to her 41st birthday. She died. Then about 10 months later, one of my beloved cousins that I grew up with, I mean, literally grew up with, we knew each other before we could talk. And I talked to you guys before about my cousin Ken. Ken passed away back at the early part of January this year, unexpectedly, you know, and it really shook me because he was 42, 43, was not much older than me. And so now I fast forward to July 2nd to be exact. And I found out probably a couple of days ago that one of the guys named Joe Murphy, he passed away. There's another guy. That's a guy I went to school with. And he was a Marine. We worked together too at this little pizza restaurant by the time I was in college. And like I stated before, I wasn't in school with him per se, but I went to school with his brother, his older brother, Frank Murphy. Like I said, Frank Murphy made it to the NFL. He played for the Tampa Bay Bucks, he played for the Bears. College, he played for Kansas State, and he played in the Canadian Football League. But I knew Joe. Joe was a good guy. He's the baby boy. And his brother Joshua was a good guy too. He worked for the Democratic Party and he's doing great things with his life. Like I said, Joe was a Marine. Joe was out there serving his country. He did a couple of tours overseas, and I found out he passed away. And I'm sitting here like, and I was telling the doctor today, and I was telling my social worker the other day, I don't want to have this kidney disease. I don't want to deal with this. I want to get another kidney. I want to live. I want to survive. But those people, I was like, if you like them, you would love. If you like me, you would love them. They were bad. I saw them as bad people to me. They did more great things. Not saying I knew everything what they did behind closed doors. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you at all. But there's never been any bad things said about those people that I named ever. You can say bad stuff about me because most of the time I'm good, but other times when I go off, I go ham. I go ham. But those people there were outstanding. So I'm like, why am I still here and they're gone? You know, and I hate even thinking that in terms. I don't want to question God about anything, but it does weigh on my mind. And I am fortunate to be here. I'm thankful that I still have an opportunity to be here. I have an opportunity to still speak with you guys, and that makes me feel good. I feel good about being able to still interact with people. But it's hard right now with a lot of stuff I'm dealing with all these different emotions, and I'm going through this seemingly by myself, like with some of the people that I mentioned earlier. Like I told my doctor, I told them that I want the people who left, I want them to go through this, but not my disease, but to feel the loneliness. But then again, I don't want them to do that. I don't want them to feel that way. I don't like this feeling. I don't want them to feel that way. But I do want them to feel that way. I know that doesn't make sense. But I don't want to be that person. I don't like to be a cold person. I never have. I don't mind speaking my mind. I give more people the benefit of the doubt about anything, but I don't want them to feel that way because my grandmother didn't raise me that way. I have empathy for people. I feel for people. I have sympathy for people. But the empathy for me that when I feel for people, sometimes that weighs a lot on me. It weighs a lot on me. But at the same time, I can turn my feelings off at the drop of a hat and don't think nothing else about you. And don't care. I mean, at that moment, it's not. But usually, when I get to that point, if I've invested a lot of time with some people, that means you have really crapped over me for a long period of time. That's how I end up getting that way. But honestly, I wouldn't shed a tear for you. I wouldn't feel sorry for you if you're going through something. Once I cut you off, you're done. There's no get backs. I don't play the get back game. I let stuff slide, but once we said it's over, it's over. It's no, hey, me and you, we friends today, but we ain't gonna be friends. We can't be friends tomorrow. Then can we be friends again the day after that? No, it's none of that. I don't have time for that. I don't. Loyalty is overrated, but I'm the type of person. If I'm with you today, I'm gonna be with you tomorrow. You might not agree with what I may do, but I'm gonna be with you the next day, no matter what. I'm still gonna support you, and that's how I feel. Now, some people don't feel that way, but I do. So you're going to be hearing more from me about this kidney drive, living donor. Because I don't know who I'm going to reach. I don't know who I'm going to talk. I don't know who I'm going to talk to who may want to give me a kidney. Who knows? Well, all that's going to be coming up. I'm going to be talking probably heavy about that. So I just want to give you guys a heads up on that. This is not my strong suit. I don't like talking about myself like that. Not even in those terms. I just period don't like talking about myself like that. I'm a private guy. I'm not used to depending on people. I've never have been. You know, everything I've gotten, I've earned it by myself. I don't want to say all by myself, but the majority of by myself. I never have to ask anybody for anything. But for me now, I have to depend on people, and I don't like it. And it's my pride. My pride. My pride is very high. My ex-girlfriend, Wandre, used to tell me that all the time. That's your problem. It's your pride. My girl, Lanisha, and Tiffany, they used to ask me, am I all right? And I know I would say yes, and they would say no. Being, are you are you all right, or are you being all right? Then I ended up telling her the truth. She said, I knew there was something wrong with you because they always would tell you, you have to ask him the right questions. Because if you don't ask him the right question, he's always going to tell you he's okay because he's stubborn and he's too prideful. But I don't like to be a burden on anybody. You know, I like to be independent. So it kind of was a downer, wasn't it? I don't want it to be a downer, guys. I'm not looking for a pity party. I'm not looking for somebody. I'm not looking for somebody to feel sorry. I'm not looking for people to feel sorry for me. It is what it is. You know, it is what it is. But I would like to have your help if you can, or if anybody's out there that's listening to the sound of my voice. I would like to have your help. I ain't gonna lie to you. But we're gonna while I'm still up and my health is still able and my finances get a bit better. I got to figure that out. I'm gonna be here. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. We're gonna do it all. So before I get out of here, I want to say if you listen this long and you're not a subscriber, you might as well go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I don't know what you're waiting on. Just go ahead and do it and hit that like button, hit that share button, man. Share this across the globe. And I want to say thank you. Yeah, thank you to Work Birdie for showing up. And don't forget to go sub that man channel. Mr. Corleone, that's another one. Go sub those two men channels. Work Birdie on YouTube and Mr. Corleone on YouTube. And Mr. Corleone, stop changing your name. Yeah, stop changing your name. But I want to say thank you if you've been here this long listening. I want to say thank you to you guys, no matter where you are and what time zone you're in. I know you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to spend it with me, and I really appreciate that. So, without further ado, because I'm gonna get off of here and I'm gonna go play me some more Nioh because I want to get back on this game. But I want to talk to you guys to let you know where I was and what's going on now. So more updates again will be coming later this month, or maybe in what's next month, August, when I get done with our stuff. I'm not sure how I want to do it yet, to be honest with you, because I really don't want to get my hopes up now. And they say no, you're not a candidate yet. You need to fix X, Y, and Z. Then I'll probably be devastated. You know how that goes. So anyway, with that being said, giving you guys a round of applause because you guys are the best people in the world. I guess if I turn the sound up, that will help. So giving you guys a quick round of applause. Why? Because you guys are the best in the world, the best subs in the world, the best new subs in the world. It's all about you, baby. It's all about you. So anyway, with that being said, it's your boy King Bean, and I'll holler at you dudes later, man. One love. Peace.